change things up.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Go Bandit!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 55,
big stop,
Brady will try again on 2nd down. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Brady gives to Michelle. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
No, 66. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
On 1st down, Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Michelle going to try again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
First down, Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Now Brady. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Brady. Caught by Sanu. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Sanu, another piece to the puzzle now in New England. He was picked up from the 1-6 Falcons in the hours following the Patriots' 33-0 win over the Jets. And for the year, Sanu, 33 catches, over 300 yards and a touchdown. His last 3 years in Atlanta, 59, 67, and 66 catches, and now he is excited to be a Patriot. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To throw is Brady. And it's knocked knocked away and incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, but it'll be second down. Well, Charles, switching gears on a bit of a sad note. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Willie Brown passed away. Willie Brown, 16 seasons in the NFL, first 4 for the Broncos, and then the final 12 as an Oakland Raider.
Man, just think about his career. Hall of Fame 1984, 9-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. And let's face it, the lasting image we'll have of him as a player, that interception Fran Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. The old man, Willie Brown, taking it all the way back, 75 yards against the Vikings for a touchdown. The Raiders won Super Bowl 11. I had the pleasure of getting to know Willie Brown over the years. And when I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, we scrimmaged the Raiders at one point. And Willie Brown came over to me and had some nice things to say to me, which was really pretty cool coming from a man of his stature and a man of his ability. And I'll treasure those nice words forever.
To throw, it's Brady. This is White on the screen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Let him know.
72.
Let him know.
Hey, Alabama.
On play action, it's Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
54 Mike. I got it.
Alpha.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Too little, Doc.
Hey, check it.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 78 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Prescott throwing complete to Cobb. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's... Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Malik Collins drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Charlie.
They do go for it. It's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He was looking for Edelman there.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Marr on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? The guy's man, complete! And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action. Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D.
Throwing. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out right at the 35.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, Prescott going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Forced out to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defense, the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Prescott.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Prescott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Dallas.
Here you go. Go ahead.
Prescott to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw there. Forget I'm stunned. I have to believe that you are as well. When they finally get their legs back under them, they'll head to the exits, and I think they'll probably be muttering a few choice words along the way, too. How did that happen?
I don't know. They certainly thought overtime was on the horizon, bracing for overtime. We were, too, and we may want to wait a little bit before heading for the exits, let that parking lot clear out a bit.
Maybe there's a later flight we can catch.
That might be a good idea. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream, maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Come on, fellas.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Now call it no gain there on the first down play.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Prescott now from the 50. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why I treat women good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay.